Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to work on a really simple little necklace using some of the last of our beads from the Earthen Elegance Bargain Bead Box. It's not the last because I have another necklace design that I haven't made yet, and the beads are put away for that. But these are, this is a really simple little necklace, and I think you're going to like it. So let's turn down and we'll work on it. Okay, I've cut me some lengths of craft wire from Softflex Antique Copper 22 gauge. I'd prefer to use 21, but 22 will not go, 21 will not go through the tiny beads. So the first thing we're going to do, I've got my chain all cut up into pieces, but this is going to be a front toggle necklace. So we're going to attach this little bit of chain here to the toggle piece. So then the other side. Now I have a dangle for going on this ring. Well, I will have one when I make it. That's these bits right here that I kept separated out so that I wouldn't accidentally get them included here. I've got the necklace set out more or less how I'm going to make it, though I didn't have enough room to put all those back there. But these little, this is the first length. It's going to go here between here and here. Then this one will be more or less the same except for with the rondelle here, and then these two will be the same. And then there's just simple bicones and small beads back there. The first thing we want to do is, since I have this piece put together, is we want to bend its wires so that our beads don't decide it's fine for them to come rolling off. Now we're going to get our stepped bell making plier and our smallest bell here. I'll put it in here and go up and around and over, down, come around, and leave a gap because we're going to put it on the chain. So we'll put it on this chain here. Bring her through. Come on, baby, come through. Now, this portion you could have done by putting on jump rings, but I think I'd like it better without the jump rings and just attached right to the chains. And hopefully it's going to be long enough because, well, it's going to be a short necklace anyway, but I want it to be at least 17 inches. 18 would be better yet. Come on, you bicone, get out of the way. I don't want to accidentally crunch you. I'll tuck that in and straighten it up some because I can see it's crooked here. And it's still a bit crooked, but we'll straighten it after we're entirely finished putting things together here. And then we want to put this side on the next piece of chain. So again, up and over, down, around, straighten her up some, but then feed our wire on before we wrap it up, or our chain on, I should say. So hold this here. You could also do this with the looper and simple loops if you wanted to, though you'd need a more sturdy wire. This is a pretty soft wire and it's gonna wiggle around some. I would have preferred a heavier wire, but with the tiny little beads it wouldn't allow that, so we use what we can do. So now, as you can see, that bent some as I was doing that, so I'm going to try and get that tucked real quick, and then we're going to straighten everything up. So there's our first little bit. Now our next step is to we can just put one of these on before we put any beads on it. I really just put the beads on that one strand to measure to see how much length of wire I was going to need. Over and about. And put her on the wire. Okay, now let's get the beads onto here. And hopefully they'll be cooperative, because these little tiny ones don't always want to go on and up. And it really upsets me because I really want them on here. Come on, spacer. There we go. Now, hopefully we can get these last 5 on not too hard. You come on. Okay, this strand is down. Now I just have to bend it over. Wrap it around, bring her down, bring her around, straighten her up, put on the next length of chain. I will grab this piece and wrap it up. Okay, so now we have that little length here, and we're going to do sort of the same over here. For a second there, I thought I got one of the too long of chains over here. And we could start with this section here up at the top, but I'd rather get this done because if there is some of the little beads that don't want to work through the wires, we'll trade them out here. So we'll get this next wire going and we're going to hook it here so we can do that portion. Oops. Now see, I'm always saying how you can slide this down too far on your base wire. Well, there I just did it. So we're going to have to tighten that up some like I just tried to do, and it wants to slide again. So we'll bring her up again. Oop. Okay, now you see that got that really crooked there when I was trying to fix that, so we're going to push this over here. Ouch! Well, that's not tucked very well. So it just bit me. So that's better. Now we got to put the beads on this one. And instead of having this jasper in the middle, we're going to have this rondelle here. So up we go. First with our bicone, and then with our littles. Now I've got a bend in this wire, so hopefully they will go and slide on all right. There's 1, 2, Come on, baby. Need a hole. 3, 4, and 5. Come on, 5. Once we get the 5th one on, of course, then we'll go to the spacers. Now that one doesn't want to, so that will go over there for right now. And we will get one more of these. There we go, that one went fine. Then a spacer, a rondelle, the spacer. Then of course we need 5 more of the little ones. One. Well, maybe not. This might be one of those ones that doesn't want to go on. Okay, up here with it. Ooh, bending the wire. One. 2, 3, 4, 5, and the bicone. Oh, come on, bicone. Bing. There we go. And then we have to wind this one up. Now you can see why I wanted to do these first, because of that the reluctance of some of the little tiny beads to go onto the wire. Some go on just great and others do not want to go on at all. And that's unfortunately a problem with gemstones. They don't always get drilled the same, and we just dropped her. Come here, you baby. And these are little garnets, so they are gemstones. Now we have to carefully cut this. I thought I heard a little scrape, so I don't want to get too close to that bicone and break it. It's already pretty close. I may want to cut it back a little bit further even. And that way, since I get it pretty close to where it was already at, I hopefully won't have to tuck too much. Nope, but then there we go. So this side is now ready for this next piece here. So we'll get our next piece of wire out, get it prepped, and get it hooked to the chain here. Now this is soft enough wire that if I don't keep it open enough, I can always open it sort of with my thumbnail as I push the chain down around, which is what I am doing right now. There we go. Oops, bent the wire. Now we'll hold this in place while we wrap it up. And apparently bend it while we're at it because the wire bit down there in the end, but we can straighten that up, of course. Not quite tucked. There we go. And it's a teeny bit crooked, but not too bad. So we'll just straighten it a little bit and then run our fingers up to straighten our wire here. And now we'll start loading our beads on. So of course we start with our bicone. And then we want 5 of the little ones. Hopefully they will cooperate with us. I'm gonna wrap this baby up. And this one's wanting to touch tip downwards, so I think it's where we are going to have to cut it off. See how it's tipped down the stone here? So we're going to have to push it up. I do a lot of things with my thumbnail. And then get that piece cut off. And that last little bit tucked in. There we go. And that needs to be tipped a little bit. It was a little crooked. And it still is. There we go. So now we have both pieces going. That will be going up either side. And now we have to work on our back pieces here. Now, this is where it's going to get tricky because I'm not sure how many of those little tiny beads are going to go on our wires. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to wrap these two up that go on either side and hook them to our chains. And then we can just start and see what we end up with here. I was thinking I'd put 7 on each of the wires in the back, but of these little ones, 7 of the little stones, but since so many of them don't seem to want to go on to the wire, I'm thinking we may want to go with 5, and that will leave, well, we slipped out down there. We don't want to do that. That will leave, would have been an extra, probably an extra 6 or 7 left over, so that might be good enough. So let's hope for the best. And we'll go with the 5 that's in these. Wire's acting a little wonky, so we're going to cut it off. And we'll start with the 5 on this side, see how we do. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a bicone. Bend over, drop her down, bring her around, straighten her up. Now we'll put on one of these chains. Now these are longer chains because this is the back. I wasn't concerned with having as much decoration in the back, so we'll wrap this one up. Okay, I think we're about done with this side here. Cut this extra off here. Tuck her in a touch. Okay, now got this piece done. We're going to go and we're going to do the same thing on this side. Put the 5 in. And then when we get to the last one, we'll put in whatever's left that will fit on the wires. Now we'll wrap this side up. Put it in the other chain. really would have preferred to have 7 little ones on these, but the way they've been behaving, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to even get to 5 on the last one over there. So we'll see how that works out. Cut this extra off. Trim her down. Uh-oh. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. I forgot to put the chain in. Oh, that's too bad, because I'm going to now have to cut it off and restart this one. Since I had to cut that off, let's get this last wire we have sitting here ready, and we will redo that one. And then we will see what we can do with the middle, the very last stuff. Okay. Can't believe I forgot to do that. Oh well. Happens to the best of us every once in a while. So we'll just get this baby wound. Okay. Now that I've got this on, this is still just cut here. Maybe I will just start with the last bicone here and see what beads will go on. If there's 5 that'll go on here before I cut that one loose and go to do the last one there. So there we are with our 2 sides so far. Now we have to get a new cut piece of wire, and we'll put the very back piece in. So here's the wire. Oop. And I just need to cut a piece off about, probably not even that long. So cut this piece off. And then we will get it folded up and attached to one side of our chain here. Doesn't matter which side, just one or the other, because this is the middle piece. We'll hold it and wrap it up. Okay, now we need to cut the end off of this so we can get our beads out of here. And we know all of these will fit on the wire, so we will go with them first. Oop, go on. Okay, there's 8. I think I've already tried all of these back here and they don't want to go on, so we'll go to this one. And now we're going to go and bend this over, make our loop, pull her around, bring her around, straighten her up, pull her off, because now we have to put her on the chain. So let's drop the chain down on here. Now that we've got her on, we will take hold of her and wrap it up. There's our last piece. Now let's see how long this ends up being. Hopefully it's at least 18. Though I can tell you right now that this piece is going to be around. I'm going to round this one because it's going to go on the neck. Oh yeah, I think it's going to be 20. That's lovely. So that's good. There's our little necklace. Now what we need to do is make the little dangle for our toggle here. And I'm going to take these last few here and probably put them in my my bead soup jar. But first let's get this little toggle going here. So here are the, or not the toggle, but the dangle for the toggle. There's our pieces. Take our I think I did this a little wrong here. Is this going to stay in here without a... Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we want the... There we go. Now we need to see if these will fit on here. Come on, you. One. So nope, those ones won't go on. Maybe we'll try some of these other ones that wouldn't go on the other. You might be surprised that they'll go on a different kind of wire. Funny how they'll go on the end, but they won't go down. So that's one's a no. That one's a no as well. Nope. It just gets stuck there on the end. Nope. Well, I don't think we're going to get them on. So we'll stop and we'll just wind up what we have here. So instead of just putting it on a jump ring or even making a small loop, this one is going to get the second size loop because it's a little bigger and we are going over this ring. So up and over and down and around, leaving that gap in there so that we can get it over a ring. So we'll go over our ring. Actually, let's knock out the other side here first. Pull her over there. Now this is a little tricky because this ring is pretty good sized, but we still have to wrap around it. So we'll push our wires back down in together and we'll start wrapping those around there. And cut off the excess. Oh, let that fly. And tuck her in. And our necklace is finished. So now with the dangle on it, this is the neck. I just, like you see, I can pin that a little bit since it's going to go around your back of your neck. And there is our necklace all finished. Isn't that pretty? So there we have it, our simple little front toggle necklace using our Earthen Elegance kit from Bead Box Bargains. I think this was the December kit, if I remember right. So there we go. It's a pretty little necklace, very delicate. Hope you enjoyed making this with me. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.